welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Super7 Ultimate RZA as Bobby Digital. So I knew that Super7 had this particular figure on the way, and I'm a fan of like RZA, you know, because I even had that particular album right here, like on CD. I even have this particular album that this particular look of RZA is based on. And this is like one of my top 10, I'm sure I would include this like in my top 10 favorite hip-hop albums of all time, or you could say rap albums of all time. So yeah, I had picked this up from a Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I ordered it from, because I was waiting for it to release. I was always planning on pre-ordering it too as well, but I just went ahead and decided to like order it. And I know it's been out for like, I think like over a year now, but I really am happy about having this particular figure, and I'm gonna get into this right now. But this is the box that contains the RZA figure as a Bobby Digital. This is pretty cool for Super7. And like I showed earlier, it does like represent like the album, like the cover of his album. Cause like I was showing right there, you can see like the various images from it. Even like the back of this album is like that. You can see RZA over the cars right there with the woman. Has like a 70s type vibe to like the blaxploitation type films, like vibe to it, you know. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I've always been like a big fan of that particular album, so I really like that album a lot. But yeah, this is it. As you can see, it does say Bobby on the side too as well. And red says Digital. Of course, RZA. Now they say, well, they do say as Bobby Digital, but they don't really label it like that. But I know that's what the album was called, you know. So yeah, and you can see the figure right there on the inside with its accessories. And again, I do like how Super7 even package their figures. They package it where you can put it back in the box, you know. I think that's pretty cool, like if you wanted to. So yeah, I'm going to get into this right now. The background that comes with the figure too as well. Okay. And there's the RZA as Bobby Digital figure from Super7. So this is an ultimate too. Now I must admit, this really looks awesome. This is so cool. And the likeness to like RZA is just like on point with this. It really looks like him. That's so cool. He even has like the Wu-Tang Clan like logo right there on his chest. So I think that's pretty cool. It's awesome. I even remember liking like the other album, Digital Bullet. I think that was another one that was pretty good with him as Bobby Digital. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome looking figure. It's a nice size to it too as well. So I do know that Super7 call these also like ultimates, you know, because I do have one of their other figures, like the ultimate figures. I do have one of those, like the Notorious Big, which I think is awesome. That's another one that has like a good likeness to Biggie, like the face sculpt. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So I'll talk about like the likeness and articulation to RZA. And I already have mentioned that the likeness to RZA I think is on point. But you know, you can turn his head all the way around. He can look up, he can look down, you know, he can pivot and so on. He's kind of loose too, I noticed. Yeah, he has an ab crunch right there. I see you can bend him right there like that if you want. And he also could just bend completely, but he has like another bend right there too. I forget what they call that. Then I see his arms. It's like they might be kind of limited because of like the shoulder armor right there. But you can't get them up like this too. And I want to bend it, but it's real tight. Like the bend right there, like it's real tight. I don't want to force it. But he does have like some swivel motion right there with action right there in his arm, even the hand. He even has rings on his hands too as well. Even the other hand, I notice it's kind of like real tight, you know. I don't want to force it. But I know the even the leg is like tight too. So like I said, I just leave it at that. I notice like the legs is like real tight too, or you know, I don't want to force it. But I can say you probably could just loosen it up too, though. You know, you can have them like bending and so on. Cause I don't really do too many of the Super7 figures anyway. But I do think that's pretty like awesome looking. That's like an awesome looking piece, you know. The likeness to RZA is pretty good. You know, you can't see his eyes. Looks like him. See, he has the Wu-Tang Clan like symbol right there on his chest, or logo. That's pretty cool. I know he has pegs on his feet too, so you can put them on the stand. But I do notice like the arms are real tight right now. Like I say, you probably can just loosen them up like a hair dryer or something to get them where you can move them. But they can go up like this, and he does have rings right here on his finger too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's this claw hand. Yeah, it's awesome. Yes, it's pretty cool to configure. I'm happy for having this, you know, because I don't really have too many like music-based figures. So it's cool to have like this RZA figure. And he does stand too, as you can see. I want to move on through the accessories that come with RZA. Up first you get this, they call it a large rifle, and this is like the gun that he's holding like on the cover too. Because he even has a strap right here too as well, so I guess you can holster this around RZA like if you want. But other than that, I don't see any other things that make it, you know, like articulated, or can you remove the magazine or the ammo clip. Looks like it's just a solid like piece. Well, it's just solid though, as you can see. It's pretty cool. Then he also gets the SMG gun too as well, as you can see right here. Now there's another accessory that he comes with, and it's the test tube. Cause I thought one while that I didn't have it, but what they have done is they have sculpted the test tube into RZA's hand. So that's it right there. Cause you can see like a little bit of fluid in there too as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But that was like an actual hand that with the test tube sculpted in it. It's not like a separate accessory. It's like sculpted into his hand. And then RZA also comes with this alternate head sculpt where he's like angry like. Then he has 4 alternate hands, but it's like a total of 7 hands if you count the 2 that are on him. But here are like some of the hands he has, and they have like rings on them too. I won't really go into these too much. Looks like he does have pairs too. And I know this hair here, it doesn't have anything on it. As you can see. Here's another one with rings on it. I noticed this one is also similar to this particular hand. It just doesn't have any rings on it. Okay. Of course, you got the hand with the test tube like sculpted. It's like into it. You might be able to remove that too. You know, I'm not sure. Okay. I gotta admit, it was kind of hard to get RZA to hold like his rifle because it don't really have any grips for it, and he doesn't really have like a trigger type hand, you know. But it's still pretty cool. I was able to get him to that kind of pose, you know, like how he is like on the other box art. You can see like that album or something. That's pretty cool. And I see he holds it pretty well too as well. Okay, there's the Super7 Ultimates RZA as Bobby Digital figure. I think this is a pretty awesome figure, and it's so cool to have like a music based figure, because there's not really too many figures like that, you know, based like on musical icons, especially like hip hop or rap type icons. And like that's my favorite genre of music is like hip hop, or you can say rap, even like R&B, you know. So it's kind of cool to have this like particular figure from Super7. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I even had that particular album. I've had this for like decades. You know, this particular album right here. I've always been like a fan of this particular album. If I had to say it, I think this would be like in my top 10. If I'm not mistaken, I really do believe I would include this like in my top 10 like hip hop, or you can say like rap albums. I really do like this particular album that much, you know. And I know RZA did like another one as Bobby Digital. I think it was called Digital Bullet, because I even had that one too, you know. But yeah, I think this is still like an amazing figure, and I got this from a Big Bad Toy Store too as well, because I was even waiting for this a long time for it to come out. You know, I was always planning on pre-ordering, but I just kept putting it off. But then I know it finally had their release, and I think it's been out for like what, like over a year. and I'm just not picking it up. But that is where I got this from, was a Big Bad Toy Store. Because I do have like another one of the Super 7 Ultimate figures. I have like the Notorious B.I.G. figure, like you said, Biggie, and that's another one that I thought was done very well. The likeness to like Biggie is like amazing on that particular figure. So I hope that they do continue to do some of these, you know, more of these, because I know about ODB. I know they had that one too, like Old Dirty Bastard. I know he had a figure too. That's one I got my eyes on picking up too, if I could like find it, you know. If I wasn't too like big of a fan of him, you know. But I know he is like another like Wu-Tang Clan member too as well. But yeah, there are figures I hope they can do eventually too as well. You know, like I would definitely be up for like a DMX figure. That's one I got suspicious they probably could possibly do like one day, if I'm not mistaken. Like a DMX, I'll be sure up for that. You know, like it looks like it's like right up their alley. You know, but yeah, I would definitely recommend, especially if you're a fan of like RZA. You know, this is pretty cool. So this is the Super 7 Ultimates, RZA as Bobby Digital. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.